Hi, my name is Keith Mazza. Most of you know me as Sifu Keith. Welcome to our channel.
Hey everybody, Sifu Keith here, and today's drill comes from our Wing Chun training system. It's Cross Arm Chi Sao, Pak Sao drills, and follow-ups. But before we get there, I need you to go to the boxes, click like and subscribe, and click the bell to always to be kept up with our latest videos. Once again, thank you for your continued support, and have a great day.
I want to do a repeat of Thursday. See how we can build into it. So it won't be all going to work the same. Everybody's going to work out together. So make sure you can see, right? And I'll have people break up the level 1 to 3 people. Really simple. First drill is a half step forward, just a Pak Sao punch, stepping off a check and a punch. So it's a double Pak Sao. Pak Sao punch, Pak Sao punch. All right? Nice and simple off the line. Pak Sao punch, Pak Sao punch. So ideally, you want to decrease the time of the lag of waiting here and then moving. So as soon as I feel that force, I want to bounce off. All right, next one. Nice and simple. This is one of my favorite ones. We're just going to come in with the Pak Sao. The hand from underneath. Your Pak Sao hand is going to turn as I step across. Lop Sao hit. Take the trap and strike. All right, so moving from here by 1. Come from underneath. Step across. They take the trap. 2 and 3. So before the question comes up, you don't have to step across. It just aids in covering the trap. Forces him to step. Okay? So for this, it's going to be 1, 2, step across, and 3. I finish on the blind side. You guys okay with that? You sure? All right, just jump into next one. Come through. I'm going to take the Lop Sao from on top, right? So he's giving me the force. I'm stepping off the line. I'm taking the Lop Sao from on top. I don't fight force. He's driving it. I use it. I step out. I take the lop at the elbow, and I double tap. So the one we did before the Lop Sao came from underneath, right? Here, the Lop Sao is coming from on top. Okay? So cheat a little bit more this way. So I'm going to go through this. Good. So when I do this, don't pull that hand down. You're going to get punched in the face. You want to make sure when you take that Lop Sao, you take this across. Okay? Because now this door is closed. Physiologically, he cannot punch past his arm. I don't know how long his arms are. Your chest is getting in the way, and the thicker you are up here, the harder it is to come across. Okay? So again, this one is just a Lop Sao from on top. Stepping off the line, I'm on the blind side. So what's the blind side? The blind side, I take my chest and I make a T. My line is running this way, his line's running that way. So I'm off to the side. So I can control both his arms with one, because that arm can't reach. Now, if he steps and moves, it's no big deal. I'm just going to check and work my way back, and I'm where I was before. But the key is to move. This isn't, understand this, and people use this as gospel. The concept in traditional Wing Chun, the strategy is this is what I want to move to. I want to move to the blind side. He's not going to let you go there, so it's a hell of a fight. But this is the position I want, because if I stay here, I'm stuck in this fight, no matter what. So it's just two brutes slamming at each other. So your concept, your essence is with your footwork to move off. Okay? Now naturally, if you guys work together, you're both trying to employ the same strategy. So it takes a little bit more work. And then you can't take for a guard that you've hit him, right? Or you're hitting. Because when you hit somebody, it tends to change the scenario. Because you get people, especially guys coming out here, they change the drill. Well, I could. You discount the fact that somebody just teed off across the front of your head. And that slows things down a little bit. Now, if they hit you and you smile, you could say you could do whatever you want. But, you know, people tend to take out of the equation when they've been hit and when they've been hit. And if somebody knows what you're going to do, it's really easy to counter it. If you know what's happening, you can't counter it, that's a serious problem. But listen, be good classmates to each other, move, just let your partner step off to the blind side. All I want to do is just work basics. And some of you have a tendency to keep this arm too straight. You can get your arm broken. You got to keep this 130. It stays at 130. If you're out here, it's an easy arm break. So you start at 130, maintain your guard at 130, plus the best structural angle to deflect his energy. Okay? So again, I'm just doing enough to clear this. I can't hit him because his arm is in the way. I'm going to move it just enough to get this through. First piece of Chi Sao, I don't fight force with force. He's pushing my arm, and I move it in the direction that he's pushing me. Okay? All right, go to the next one is straight out, slow him down, the Lop Sao. So from here, as soon as I get that force, this is going to slip around. So the Lop Sao is based on speed. All right? It's based on speed. So with the Lop Sao, when I'm moving to the other side. Okay? Do not try and stick to him. That is unrealistic. It's never going to happen in a fight. Pak Sao comes right across. So some people ask, well, if he leaves and he fires the punch, this is the main reason you keep your Wu Sao up. Right? Because I'm moving around, he fires that, and then I turn that into a Lop Sao, right? So if I'm here and I release, he fires right in, there's your Lop Sao. All right, but right now I just want you to train the Lop Sao. Okay? Feel good with that?
Are you allowing him to the wrist and stepping this way for a trap, or that way and allowing to the elbow?
I'm allowing here now. Jordan, anywhere in here, I'm going to turn you this way. Anywhere in here. Ideally, you can get to the elbow. I'm going that way. I'm moving across. I mean, it's kind of hard to get the trap in this fashion, just a little harder. You can do it. It's no big deal. There's no right or wrong with that. But I like, since I'm allowing and my hand's going out this way, I just feel it's a little easier to move my body that way, step off the line. You guys okay with that? No problem? You sure? All right, go to work. All right, so this one's going to be a little different. We're going to just take this one as a counter now. All right, when he's going to come in with a Pak Sao punch, right? So as he's coming in with a Pak Sao punch, I just want you to counter it as it's coming in. So I'm going to use a Pak Sao to a Pak Sao. Now, the key component here is when he's doing that. I can come right in, but see this angle? This is your component. You go here, you're going to get killed. So let's switch a little. So when he comes in, if I go here, not going to do so good. If I go here, I want to be closer to the elbow and drive across. So I'm using a Pak Sao to counter a Pak Sao. Got it? And I'm just coming straight in off the bat. He comes in, there's my counter. Right from here. There's your shot. If he holds, there's your next shot.
Could you show Jeff the application?
So as he's coming in, that's that. See what happens to that arm? It drops, right? So when he's coming in, there's my counter. Come right off the top, and where you want to go from there. So use a Pak Sao to counter a Pak Sao. You guys could stick with the other one. I just want them to start playing with that. Go ahead, go play.
And don't forget to hit the like, subscribe, and share buttons. And when you hit the subscribe button, please hit the bell notification to all so we can let you know as soon as we put out a new video. And we want you to know that we're here for you. So leave your comments below. We're going to get back to each and every one of you to make sure your questions get answered.
And once again, thank you. We look forward to being your all things Wing Chun and more for many years to come.